Hi, everyone. So one of the things I have become really, really aware of recently is how much we take for granted how the IEP work ties into your performance. We talk so much about helping people with leadership and their culture and helping people have better relationships and well-being and just basically core nourishment for themselves so they can lead at their best ability. But what we don't talk a lot about often is performance and how much a part of this work sets us up to be at our highest level of performance possible. So I want to just connect the dots on that for a few minutes. We have a couple of things that are coming up, and I'm going to just tie them back to how these all tie together. So one, we have a really special learning series happening in July, the Essential You Learning Series, where we're going to be focusing on really helping you hold your space, hold your energetic space in a room, and also bring the energy of the room up with the people around you. So we all know what the feeling is of walking into a room or walking into a Zoom or WebEx or Teams or wherever you might be. And the energy is just really, really low. And we all know the feeling of getting distracted by that energy, getting pulled into that energy, getting tired out by that energy. And then walking away from that meeting, not having gotten a lot done, feeling exhausted, and our mental bandwidth kind of blown up for the rest of the day. So we all, at least to the best of my knowledge, we all know what that feels like. So here's the deal. The first learning lab we're going to be doing is going to be on how you hold your space and also how you bring the energy in the room up so that people can work together more effectively. So we're looking at how do you work together more effectively? How do you have the most productive meeting? How do you perform at your highest level of capabilities so that you do get done what you want to get done? So that's where performance comes in. If you're walking into rooms and you're exhausted by the rooms, or you're walking in and you're the lowest vibration in the room, there's no way in the world you're performing at your max. There's no way you're performing optimally. And if you are performing optimally, or actually you're not performing optimally, I promise you, but if you are performing well, there's no way it's sustainable. And you're probably going to tire yourself out. So that's one, how we hold our own energetic space and how we navigate low energy in a room. That ties directly into how well we lead, how well we create impact, how good we are at getting our actual meeting outcomes. So that's one. The other learning lab we're going to be doing is around accountability. So how do you be accountable, inspire accountability, hold accountability, and then also navigate accountability when it goes off the rails? Because it goes off the rails. Accountability is in my experience, is a very uncomfortable thing for a lot of people to manage, especially if you're a little bit conflict avoidant, or you like everyone to be really happy, or you're a people pleaser. Accountability is really, really tough. And what we find is there's a couple core components that need to be in the accountability equation in order to create solid energetic accountability with solid expectations, solid follow through, and solid ways of managing it when it goes off the rails, because it will. If you're a human being, if you're working with other human beings, if you're trying to create change, if you're trying to create impact in the world, there's going to come a point where you're going to be dealing with broken accountability or not being clear on accountability, et cetera, et cetera. So that's the other lab we're going to be doing. And how that lab applies to performance is that if you are not able to hold yourself accountable, and if you're not actually modeling accountability, there's no way that you're going to perform at your highest. There's also no way you're going to inspire your people to want to be accountable as well. If you have a hard time holding accountability with your people, there's no way your team is performing at its best. So this is where this ties in. So holding your energetic space, navigating heavier energy in a room, performance. Holding accountability, navigating accountability, setting up accountability, performance. Now, the final thing that's happening with this particular series is we are giving you the gift, really, of having access to Introduction to IEP, which is the IEP methodology in under 2 hours. If you want to talk about performance and training, the IEP methodology is the thing that we find helps people get really clear about their intentions for what they want to create, really clear about their energy and how they're going to take care of themselves so they can create that impact, and then really clear about their presence and how they're showing up. So these three things are completely tying into your performance. We hope you'll join us. You can still register. It is happening, starts July 11th and the 25th. We will be recording them. So if for some reason you cannot make the live sessions, you will be getting the recordings. If you have questions that you want to make sure we address on these live sessions, you can send those in beforehand. And I think that's it for now. So we'll make sure we conclude the links here. Hope to see you on these special sessions. This is the only time that we're planning on doing these. So if you're wanting to get into this work and you're wanting to increase your performance in a different way than maybe you've been thinking about in the past, this would be a good place to do it. All right, we'll see you soon. Take care.